This video is brought to you by Sam Bass Music.
You're watching the new and improved 90s rock in 9 minutes. I'm Sam Bass, this is Ashley, and today we're going over Metallica's Load and Reload. Because they were it was all gonna be one album. Did you know that?
Sounds like it would have been pretty loaded.
Oh, where's the drinks? Yeah, so they were recording all this at the same time, and they realized that it was going to take too long to come out with the album the way they wanted.
Yeah.
So they dropped their load. So this is Metallica coming out in the mid-90s after the grunge thing. Everybody knows the grunge thing happened, and that's what was hot, you know? And I really feel like they learned something from Guns N' Roses, because in 1991-92, Guns N' Roses and Metallica were on tour to get together, and Guns N' Roses was touring for Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, which I bring that up for basically the reason that I think they took a cue from them. Nobody ever mentions this. The next album that Metallica did was a double album or a double release. So they took a cue from Guns N' Roses, not only in that form, but I believe in another form. Because, so you've got imagine you got these two bands going side by side. They're on tour, they're coming out of the 80s into the 90s, and then the landscape changes. Guns N' Roses wound up crashing and burning. We went over that in the Guns N' Roses episode. You know, he wasn't cool with Kurt Cobain, and it all went south.
The rock god.
The rock god. Yeah, well, he would hate that, but...
Yeah.
So,
He is, though.
You like Kurt Cobain?
Yeah.
He affected so much, and he's still relevant.
You just can't not like him. He was just so real and so cool.
Yeah. The reason why Kurt Cobain is so important to this and Nirvana, to this review, is because I did some research here. They hired Anton Corbijn, who did Nirvana's Heart-Shaped Box music video. They hired Anton Corbijn to do the photography for the album notes, the inside of the album. And they hired Samuel Bayer to do the music video for their first single, which was Until It Sleeps. And Samuel Bayer directed the Smells Like Teen Spirit music video. So they, like I said, they saw Guns N' Roses crash and burn, and then they went and took notes and basically did everything that Nirvana did. And here's the kicker. So there was a Metallica contest on MTV. The Motherlode is what it was called. And the winner would have Metallica show up in a 18-wheeler, the back of a trailer, pull up with all their gear and play for the kids. Yeah, the winner of it lived in Aberdeen, Washington, which is Kurt Cobain's hometown. So they even went to Aberdeen to drop their load and reload.
Get that connection made.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of them deals. What do you think? Do you think I'm wrong? You know what?
No, of course not.
If you think I'm wrong or I'm right, get in the comments. Let me know. I'm like an archaeologist, a rock archaeologist, and I'm always doing research. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the like if you like it. Help me help you help us. Let's keep this going, because I really feel like I'm onto something. So go ahead and subscribe. You don't even have to think about it. And then you will be able to impress all your friends with your 90s rock knowledge that you didn't even have to do nothing for.
I totally agree that they were being intentional with obviously who they're hiring and who is helping them create their next image. You know, their album covers, their music videos, everything that makes you look cool. I think Metallica is very, very smart about appearances. That's a big part of their success.
So you mentioned being very intentional with your decisions as far as music and art, and I'm the same way. If you guys don't know already, I produce music. I'm actually working on an album. I've been working on it for a few years now. Go check out my streaming, Sam Bass Music on streaming. We got the links. Here's the QR code. Please let me know. You can leave a comment in this video about what you think of my music, You know, I'm trying to build a community here, and I want to know what you guys like and what you don't like, because at the end of the day, I'm making the album for all of you guys. This album cover is very appropriately named. This picture right here is actually a fine art. Came from a fine art magazine.
That is one of my favorite album covers of all time. I've seen this since I was a baby.
So do you know what that is actually a picture of?
Yes, I have learned recently through you.
Okay. We don't have to get graphic.
Is a couple of just different substances mixed together.
Bodily fluids. Reload was the same thing, but with a couple of different bodily fluids. I don't know. That was just their thing then. But hey, it's grunge, you know. They were coming off of the heels of the Black album. You remember, with Enter Sandman, and they had a lot of success with that. Mm-hmm. But the landscape changed, okay, and it changed dramatically. Mm-hmm. But they gave it a few years, and then they came back with you know. I don't feel like they were like ripping everybody off just to try to fit in. I feel like this is Metallica's take on the current music landscape. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like Guns N' Roses was trying to do the same thing. Like, they were looking at the trends and trying to follow it, as we discussed, with like, the images and obviously their sound, doing 9 Inch Nails and just more 90s attitude. But I think maybe they failed in still not keeping to like themselves to a degree. You know, still being them.
Yeah.
With looking at that.
And that was the thing, is
not
that
everyone can do that very well, fortunately.
Well, and the reason I feel like these are great examples is because they went on that tour together. So, you know, you had one band that went this way, you had one band that went that way. And it just goes to show you, you know, it was an interesting time in the 90s.
Yeah.
What do you think? Please get down in that comment and start typing it up, because I do want to know. I want to hear what you have to say and why you had to say it.
Tickle that little keyboard.
Tickle the, oh no, we're not going to do Slapped Ham in here. Can't stand that guy. You ever watch Slapped Ham? It's whack. He just, don't.
No, you can't start a YouTube war.
I'm starting a YouTube war right now, Slapped Ham. So I noticed something over there that caught my attention. What's up with these sparkly gloves?
You know, just a new fun product that I have.
So you made this up?
Yeah, I did. I saw this fabric. I'm a big fan of fashion and textiles and fabric in general, and I've come across this and really loved it. I know a million other people would love to wear something like this. So if you would like it, I have this for sale on my Etsy store, Rainbows and Smiles.
Rainbows and Smiles. She's got Rainbows and Smiles. You know what? A lot of guys out there watching my podcast, get your girlfriend something nice. They'll wonder, where did you even come up with that? And you can say, 90s rock in 9 minutes. Once I got these albums, it was like going down memory lane of being a 90s kid. Until It Sleeps, King Nothing, Hero of the Day, Bleeding Me, Mama Said is a really good. They had a lot of different influences on this one. A little bit of country. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the alternative rock. Fuel, if you've ever heard, give me fuel, give me fire, give me that. You remember that?
Yeah, it's hard to forget that one.
Yeah, and The Memory Remains. You remember that? That's the one that has the old lady in it, and she's going, ah, da, da, da,
oh, yeah.
Da,
that one's a real Babe, stop. No, we're cutting all of this.
No, we ain't cutting that. I'm keeping that in. You saw it. I didn't cut it. So another thing is they redesigned their logo for this album, which was almost like blasphemy to some of their fans. This has been yet again another episode of 90s Rock in 9 minutes. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, go check out my streaming music, because I'm putting out new stuff all the time now. We got a little bit of new equipment here, and check out Rainbows and Smiles. We'll see you next time.